Good morning to you. It must be 5 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on a beautiful Tuesday, the first day of December 2020. I'm your host, Brandon Hardison, for another edition of Hardison'S Tips. Whether we are in the vertical of major account, key account, up and down the street, in home retail or automotive sales, the people that we call the professionals. We try to give you something before you go out and hit the bricks. So, starting off a new month, race November, let's charge forward for December. And I want to talk about those best practices for working with the affluent customers. Given that the affluent have high expectations of your service, how do you ensure that you'll meet or exceed their expectations? Here are three techniques that may be helpful to you when you're in that next situation. First thing is, don't make assumptions about your customers before you have proof. There are many versions of the story of the man who walked into a Cadillac dealership wearing torn overalls, no shoes, who asked to see a car. Naturally, the salesperson made the snap decision that this person could not afford a Cadillac and promptly told him so, at which point the customer pulled out a roll of 100 bills, more than significant to buy any car in the showroom. Given that today it's hard to tell the affluent from the people with fewer assets, it's easy to get pulled into making assumptions about who belongs in that special group. So, rule number one is to never make an assumption about any person until you have proof of who that person is or who that person knows. Number two, provide instant recognition. If you've talked or helped to an affluent person before, make note of what that person said and did. So in the next interaction, you can provide instant recognition. Many clubs and organizations take pictures of their members so service staff can recognize them. Other companies use systems to flag a unique piece of information, such as the social security number, to help staff people recognize an affluent customer right away. If your company does not provide you with tools to help you recognize, you must value customers, then build one on your own. Not that hard to do. And number three, remember customers' preferences. Once you've recognized a customer and you're now prepared to help that person in any type of way that your preparation can help them with what their needs, wants, and desires are. So every time, not once, but every time you see or speak to any of your affluent customers, you should be making notes on their preferences. How do they like to be addressed? What procedures for service do they prefer? How do they like to find out the results of your tasks? What types of product or services are they most likely to inquire about, etc.? In other words, at every encounter, you should use this information to make each one of your affluent customers feel very important. By doing any one of these three things, the customer experience will increase. And that's what you are looking and hoping for, to have a relationship with that customer. So now they will always come back to you. And the bonus, they will tell their friends, their families, their coworkers about the experience they had with you as a professional. And that's what you're looking for. Once again, Brandon Hardison on a beautiful Tuesday morning, December 1st of 2020, the last month of the year. As always, in party, you go out there today and you make it a champion.